just spying on Ben and Ellie right now. They don't know that I'm here, so I'm just listening into their conversation.
Yeah, see. We don't know that Dave's here, isn't it, really?
Oh, I've been spotted. Been spotted, everyone. There we are. A little sketch for you there, everyone.
David, we've just watched a little bit of the 51st edition of Kieran's Corona collaborations.
It's not Michael Hughes, is it?
It's not Michael Hughes, no. It's 4 Kierans and Ed Balls.
What? How? How have you got Ed Balls?
I don't know, but he's got Ed Balls playing like it's not a djembe, but that's
It's like an African drum.
Yeah.
How was he? How does he know Ed Balls?
He seems to have got quite a lot of publicity from doing this.
This is Kieran Algar, we have mentioned on the podcast before, and many folk people will obviously know who he is, but he is a fiddle player, and he is doing a project where he's collaborating with all sorts of other people, and he has been on the BBC News because he was doing the BBC News jingle alongside that drummer, the weatherman who did the BBC News jingle. He was playing over the top of that. He's been on the Jeremy Vine show as well, doing the Jeremy Vine theme music. If you're wondering what Ben and Ellie are doing, you might think they're just talking over you, David. They're not. They're translating this into different languages. It's
just talking over you.
It's a new, it's a new system that we have. I feel.
Rendang or Penang, David?
If you're wondering what's going on, that's not Ellie translating this into Japanese.
As much as I would like to star in a podcast,
He
I'm
would.
going to go upstairs and drink some beer.
Penang or Rendang?
I don't know.
So Penang is rich and aromatic with red chilli, lemongrass, galangal and coriander. Or
Oh, bit of galangal action. Very good.
Or Rendang, which is Malaysian inspired with red chilli, lemongrass and star anise.
I think the second one sounded really good, didn't it?
Okay, so Rendang it is.
No galangal action for us today. Well, what a day it has been for me and my friends. Oh, it all started last night, really, when I was trying to install something on the computer and all hell broke loose. We were going to do a very special podcast for you, which we were going to record last night, but we didn't get round to doing it because the computer was messing me about so much. However, it's going to happen tonight, my friends, so listen out for that tomorrow. Oh, I'm just smelling Ellie's Penang, and my goodness. Rendang, sorry.
Get it right.
And it smells absolutely wonderful. You say Rendang, I say Penang. Let's call the whole thing a Malaysian curry to bastardise Louis Armstrong and Ella Fitzgerald in one foul swoop. 2-for-1 deal there on bastardising. So last night, I was trying to install something and it wasn't working. It was a plugin that goes into the audio software, Reaper, and it would not work. It was finding some of the plugins, but it wasn't finding other ones, and I just thought this is just getting ridiculous. I was updating directories, I was deleting preference libraries. It got to the point where I became more and more reckless as well. It got to the point where I just thought, I can't be bothered with this anymore. I've got to get this fixed. And it was stupid because I knew that I was risking losing everything that I've got, losing the hundreds of things that were working just to get this one thing working. Oh, it was really annoying me. So I just became more and more reckless with the whole situation.
At one point you just went, well, this could just ruin everything and I could lose everything, but I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, and I did. So basically, I know you're thinking, what did you do, David? Well, I went into the directory and I just deleted everything. It basically meant that things that were working previously then stopped working, and I had to then spend ages fixing things that weren't even broken before the point where I started. And I was there for a good 2 hours just getting more and more angry, just going, I've made it worse. And
What sort of time of night was this, David?
this is about 1 o'clock or something now. I really feel sorry for Ellie because she was in bed. I often feel sorry for Ellie when she's in bed, but that's for different reasons.
Oh my God.
Well, that's the first time I've heard you say that for a long time, but again...
Go away.
I heard her say that before, though. It's almost like a sketch, that, Ellie. Very good.
Almost like we planned it. But
Yeah, exactly.
Really didn't.
No. It's difficult to follow the script when she's cooking, you see. So sometimes with these cooking ones, we have to play them loose, whereas ordinarily, you
First time
know...
I've heard you say that, mind.
You can take a thing too far. That's not the first anyway.
Hey!
Oh dear, I've heard that as well. But we're not allowed to bring animals into...
Not after that time.
keep a 2 metre distance from now on. Pass the book. What? Well, it was at one point where I was getting very annoyed at the software manufacturer, wasn't I?
Oh, I wish I'd
Ailey did her best to stifle the laughter because there's a part of me, even when I'm doing it, I am aware that I am being ridiculous now. Because I start to say what I would like to do to the people.
It's like, I just want to hurt the people who are responsible for this. Not really hurt them, just flick them for as many minutes as I've wasted my life doing this.
Yes.
Oh, why are they doing this to me? As if they're personally attacking.
I said I wanted to, just humiliate them almost.
Just
to flick them continuously. For every minute of my time that they've wasted.
Yeah.
And then I think...
And then eventually, like, after another 20 minutes of getting more and more frustrated and then having uninstalled something and lost your entire life's work or whatever it was you were bloody talking about.
Don't worry, listeners, the podcasts are still there.
Well, I don't want to just flick them now, I want to kill them. I want them to actually die. No, I don't. But I do want them harmed.
Yeah. And the thing is, I don't want to wish death on people. So then so there's a part of me that's angry, but then I still feel the need to say, I don't really think that.
As if I was concerned you were actually going to go on a spree to Microsoft or something and hunt down.
I realised what had happened, and this was just the extra kick in the teeth that I just did not need. Because after all of this, I realised there was an error message up on the screen which I hadn't seen when I was installing the thing, and it was there all along on the screen. But of course, I'm not looking at the screen because I can't see the screen, so it was sort of hidden. And essentially, it just said, just a heads up. Well, actually, it doesn't. Computers don't normally talk like that. Sometimes websites do that, don't they?
Yeah.
Like when a web page won't load. Oops, this is rather embarrassing.
Have we covered that before on the podcast? I feel like
Have we?
we may have done.
I don't think we have.
Not like this edition, but I feel like
The previous time. Oh my goodness. They don't like that kind of language, but this did not say that. It said, this is not compatible with Windows 7. And I was trying to install it on Windows 7, primarily because I know Windows 7 is quite antiquated now, but the fact of the matter is, this is a desktop computer that I use chiefly for audio, and it has been working absolutely fine. 5 years now. I got the computer in 2015. Working absolutely fine, and I don't see the need to change it if there isn't any need. Seemingly there is a need, because it seems as if, slowly but surely, everything it has. The world has moved on, and I know I'm a bit of an antiquated person. There I am with my Windows 7 and my Paul Temple.
I have just remembered as well that we did cover annoying pop-ups. Oh, this is embarrassing. When you had problems with the Trainline app and it kept
Actually, I don't think we talked. I don't think we talked about the fact that every single time on the Trainline app, I would click on to search for the ticket, and then it would suddenly go, just so you know, you can now download your tickets onto your mobile. No more fumbling around for your paper tickets or queuing at the ticket machine.
losing it.
And all of this kind of thing. The only option was OK, got it.
Yeah.
And the stupid thing was, maybe that's fine at the first time you see it, maybe even the second time or the third time if you've got a lousy memory, but every single time, and I would use the Trainline app a lot because I was doing a heck of a lot of travelling, and I know that I can get mobile tickets because if you actually look Trainline, you'll notice that I've spent thousands of pounds on mobile tickets. There are hundreds of mobile tickets already on my phone, so might you not just decide that that message is not necessary at all. Normally with these things, it's like a don't show me this again. Not with it, so every single time I have to click OK, got it. And the thing that annoys me is that the message that the screen reader reads always says, great news, this is going to save you time. And I'm thinking, I'll tell you what will really save me time. If you stop showing me this message every single time I want to use the thing. You can tell that this annoys me so much, bearing in mind that I've not had to buy a train ticket for the last 2 months, and I'm still annoyed. And that's been replaced now, so it was that for 3 years. And that's now been replaced by the ticket splitter thing that they have where you can... Yeah, and every single time now it'll go, now you can split your tickets to save any money. Did you know? I'm like, yes, I did know, because if you looked again, Trainline, you'll notice I've been doing this. And the annoying thing about it is, if you can't split your journey, then it won't tell you can now split your journey. Instead, it'll show the bloody mobile phone ticket again. Did you know you can get tickets on your mobile? Oh, bloody hell. Anyway, it's getting quite annoyed. I'd like to flick the person at Trainline for every mobile ticket, every time it does the mobile phone ticket. And actually, what I'd like to do while I'm flicking the person is I'd like to go, did you know I'm flicking you right now? And he's like, yeah, you stop it. And I'm like, no, you have to say, okay, got it. Okay, got it.
And then
did you know I'm flicking you right now?
And then
Okay, got it.
Oops, sorry, we can't get rid of that.
Yeah. Oops, sorry. This is rather embarrassing. I appear to not be able to stop flicking you. The computer, if you remember, is suddenly telling me that I need to now install a new operating system in order to get this working. And now there's a part of me. I'm at a crossroads. What do? Do I ignore this and wait it out? But also, I'm aware of the fact that things are just becoming more and more out of date and support has officially stopped and I'm going to be vulnerable to viruses and all sorts of stuff. So I was deciding what to do. It made me feel a little bit better because I was like, well, at least I know why the problem is probably happening. So I went to bed quite happy and Ellie then reported what I'd been saying about flicking people and I found it very funny that, because I sort of, when I'm in the moment, I'm not necessarily aware that I'm having the rants that I'm having. I think as well, because the computer talks to me, because I'm using a screen reader because I'm blind, it's talking to me, I feel that gives me a license to talk to it. And I think there is something to be said for the fact that our personal, everything talks to us now. So I think we're more ready to shout at it. It's why people shout at their sat-navs, because it's talking and you're going, no, I'm not going to do that. I was dangling over the cliff edge. I knew I was on the precipice of updating to Windows 10. I just thought this is going to be a myriad of problems. It's going to be all the projects that I'm working on, I'm not going to be able to do until this is fixed. But another part of me was like, no, I'm going to do this. So I did. I thought, right, I'm going to do this. So I downloaded the Windows Updater, ran the thing, and I held my breath. And then I realised that was a silly idea because it said it was going to take an hour or so to do. So I stopped doing that. I thought, right, am I going to do this? Yes, I am. I pressed yes, install Windows 10. There was no going back. So then I just went to, I had one of Ellie's delightful tahini and chocolate chip cookies. My goodness, just for those people who don't know, describe tahini, Ellie.
Tahini is a sesame seed paste, so it's like a runnier peanut butter, and it's used a lot in Middle Eastern cooking.
And it is absolutely delightful.
So I got frustrated that I couldn't find any in the shop, so I used an online delivery service, and we ended up with nearly 1 kilogram of it because that was the cheapest way of doing it. But it says smooth, silky, and subtle nutty taste.
So went downstairs. I had a cookie and it was quite a sad day actually as well today, as well as my emotions were already running high from the Windows 10 installation. Now the sugar from the cookie and the fact that my emotions were running high because it was the last of the maple syrup tea from Canada, and of course there is no more of that at the moment because we can't travel.
It would have been fine because you were due to go back on tour to Canada,
I was.
but of course you're not, so we can't top it up.
Unless...
So if Canadian company David's Tea want to send us any samples to try,
yes,
we'll talk about it on this very widely listened to podcast.
Exactly. I tell her that get quite a few listeners because if you knew the truth, then she's quite divish. She wouldn't come out. So we've all got to do things to impress the ladies, and that's what I say. I say, I've got a lot of podcast listeners, and she said, why don't they tweet that much? Sarah, Claire, you'll get them now and again chipping in. I mean, Claire, to be honest, just chips in and says she can't hear it. She doesn't actually say she enjoys it. She says, I can't hear it, David. I'm only joking, Claire. I very... I do. So keep listening. Even if you can't hear it, just keep listening. Keep the view count up. My goodness, I feel like there's so many threads here. This is like what Ross Noble's stand-up is like, only without the jokes. So then I had the cookie, had the maple syrup tea, went back upstairs, and it said Windows 10 is installed. And I pressed OK. OK, got it. And everything was working absolutely fine, seemingly. I could not believe it. I ran Reaper. The plugins that weren't working before suddenly started working. The old plugins that I had messed around with, they had realigned themselves and they were now working. However, it was too good to be true, wasn't it, of course? Because there was then sound card problems. It's difficult to fix a problem with a sound card that isn't working, when you can't see, because you're reliant on hearing. So when the screen reader's not talking to me because the sound card stopped working, so Ben came to the rescue. But it was quite strange because I plugged in a monitor. I have a monitor set up, but I very rarely use it. I just use it for these emergency situations. But it was an odd situation because I don't have a mouse installed, so Ben couldn't actually do anything. I couldn't hear anything. So he had to then instruct me what I was doing. So I was using the keyboard. He had to keep saying up, up, up. Keep going, up. He doesn't know all the shortcuts and stuff, so sometimes he was saying up, but he actually meant tab. So I'd press up and he'd go, no, that doesn't work. Left, right, no. It was kind of like See No Evil, Hear No Evil. You know, that film. I suppose See No Eagle, perhaps. That's the name of the stand-up show, my friends. Had to uninstall drivers, reinstall drivers. It seemingly has started working now. So there you go. So you might notice a slight quality improvement with the podcasts. I partly did it for you, Claire, because I've now been able to get, hopefully, a way of filtering out some of the external noise from various things. Although I do like noise now and again. If we're going on a walk and things like that, it's quite nice to have noise. But hopefully it means that Ellie's voice, it can hone in on Ellie's voice a little bit better. And things will be a lot more level. So I don't know if you notice any improvements, Claire, but you see what I'm doing for you. I'm not going to do transcriptions because I've looked into it and it's quite a costly thing. Also, I don't think it would really work. I don't think Claire really wants to be reading the podcast. I mean, I know a lot of people would like to, if I could get scripts of the podcast and people could host parties. Oh, let's read an episode of the podcast out, and which character do you want to be? Oh, I'm going to be David, I'm going to be Ellie, I'll be Ben. People have a few drinks and they'll reenact their favourite podcasts.
I'll be the pigeon.
Yeah, exactly. So, tomorrow's podcast, I've already decided what's going to happen. So join us then. We're going to have a lovely rendang. It smells absolutely delightful. Hope you're all getting...
I might put a picture up on Instagram.
Oh, you might put a picture up on Instagram.
Might not be your Instagram, might be mine.
Well, you probably put it on mine if you want. I don't know what else you're going to put for this.
A picture of a computer.
Who knows? You'll have to follow on Instagram to find out. Will it be a picture of a computer? Will it be a picture of a rendang? I mean, a rendang sounds like a type of computer that you might have got in the 80s or something. There was, of course, I remember there was a Spectrum, there was the Amstrad, and then there was the rendang. You had to be earning quite a lot to afford a rendang. The Rendang 3000. Thank you very much for listening. Back tomorrow for The Eagle is Stranded, episode 50. Goodbye, Ellie.
Bye.
Goodbye, listeners. Oh, what the hell. Windows 10 has encountered a problem, has uninstalled itself and rolled back to MS-DOS. Oh, bloody hell.